A man stared blankly at the paper bill in his hand. He scrunched it up into a tight ball, then tossed it into a cup of water. After letting it soak for a bit, he flattened it back out. Just like that, a brand new bill turned old overnight. He hung it up and used a hairdryer to speed up the drying process. He wanted to test how good the counterfeit looked, so he headed to a store to buy a can of soda. His younger brother tugged tightly at his hand the whole way. When he handed the fake bill to the cashier, he actually walked away with a real soda in his hand. To their surprise, the counterfeit had worked. It passed without suspicion. The two brothers, desperate to escape poverty and strike it rich, were ecstatic. Eager to turn their fake money into real cash, they quickly tracked down a counterfeit dealer. But the gang leader wasn't convinced they were up to the job. To prove how realistic their bills were, the man placed 3 notes on the table and shuffled them around randomly. Then he challenged the mob boss to pick out the fake one. The man studied them for several minutes but couldn't tell the difference. Impressed, they landed the deal. They immediately got to work gathering equipment and materials, and soon began mass production. Just before the deadline, they finished the order. To celebrate their success, the man took his girlfriend out to dinner for the first time. But the night didn't go as planned. She dropped a bomb on him. She was getting married. He was completely stunned. That meal would be their last together. Still clinging to what little pride he had left, he tried to make the evening special, but his wallet was nearly empty. So he pulled out one of his own counterfeit bills. Little did he know, this decision would drag them both into serious trouble. Back at her office, the woman discovered the fake bill among her change. She fed it into the counterfeit detector, but nothing happened. No alarm. It was the most perfect fake she'd ever seen. Through careful study and analysis, she finally found a flaw. Meanwhile, the brothers kept printing more and more bills and raking in the profits. Then, suddenly, a police car showed up. Seeing the squad car pulling up to their factory, their uncle panicked and urged the man to shut everything down right away. But the man refused. Shutting down now would only raise suspicion, especially since the batch was almost done. With no other choice, the uncle went to stall the officers at the front door, but the woman insisted they inspect the premises. Inside, the brothers scrambled to hide everything. Luckily, by the time the cops entered the building, they had already packed up and hidden the counterfeit stash. Just as the woman was about to uncover something, the man was preparing to ambush her from behind when her phone rang. It was the police chief calling. Under orders, she had no choice but to leave. Once again, they narrowly escaped danger. Without interference from the law, their business flourished even more. They thought they could ride this wave all the way to the top, until a group of gangsters set their eyes on the operation. The criminals stormed in and stole the warehouse key. Determined not to let the gang take their counterfeits, the man broke into the warehouse, doused the stacks of fake money in gasoline, and lit it all on fire.